Myself, Karada Majid Narayan Rao, Assistant Professor, Vijayanagara College, Hosapete. Now in this session we shall observe an expression for the rod free at both ends and not supported at any point of its length. That is called free rod. Consider a rod which is free at both ends, which is not supported at any point of its length. Then in this case, the ends of the rod are perfectly free to vibrate, so that antinodes are formed and hence the displacement is maximum at x is equal to 0 and at x is equal to L. Now we shall observe the boundary conditions. The boundary conditions that we use are dy by dx at x is equal to 0 is 0 and dy by dx at x is equal to L is 0. Let us call this as the first expression. Now we all know that an expression for the stationary wave is given by y is equal to 2a sine 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus L into cos 2 pi by lambda into L minus x. Now we shall differentiate this complete expression with respect to x. Now differentiation of y with respect to x is dy by dx. That is equal to, here there are two terms. First term is constant, that is given by 2a sine 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus L. And the second term on differentiating this, differentiation of cos is minus sine theta. Theta is given by 2 pi by lambda into L minus x. And differentiation of theta, this value of theta is to be taken. That is given by 2 pi by lambda into differentiation of this component. L is constant. Differentiation of constant is 0. Minus is minus. X with respect to x is 1. So it is given by dy by dx is given by 2 pi by lambda into minus 1. Therefore here minus into minus is plus. So it can be written as 2 pi by lambda into sine 2 pi by lambda into L minus x. Therefore dy by dx is given by, this is 2 pi into 2a is given by 4 pi a by lambda into sine 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus L into sine 2 pi by lambda into L minus x. This is very important expression. Now in this expression, we use the first boundary condition that dy by dx at x is equal to 0 is 0. Now on account of this condition, here this can be written as 4 pi a by lambda into sine 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus L into sine 2 pi by lambda into L minus x. X is 0 is equal to 0. Now when we put x is equal to 0 here, then this can be written as 4 pi a by lambda into sine 2 pi by lambda into Vt minus L into sine 2 pi L by lambda is equal to 0. Now in the above expression, this value of sine 2 pi L by lambda is 0 only when 2 pi L by lambda is r pi. That is sine theta is 0 only when theta is equal to r pi, where theta is given by 2 pi L by lambda. Therefore it is given by 2 pi L by lambda is equal to r pi, or lambda is equal to 2L by r. This is very important, where r is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. But lambda is equal to V by n. On account of substitution and on equating these two values of lambda, we have 2L by r is equal to V by n, or n is equal to r by 2L into V, or n is equal to r by 2L, V is equal to square root of gamma by rho. Therefore, the frequency of the harmonics is given by n suffix r is equal to r by 2l into square root of gamma by rho, where r is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. Suppose if r is equal to 1, it is called n1. n1 is equal to 1 by 2l into square root of gamma by rho. If r is equal to 2, then it is n2 is equal to 2 by 2l into square root of gamma by rho. When r is equal to 3, n3 is equal to 3 by 2l into square root of gamma by rho, and so on. In other words, n1, n2, n3 are in the ratio of 1:2:3, etc. Therefore, the overtones of vibrating free rod are the harmonics of fundamental positions of the nodes and antinodes. Now, we shall substitute lambda is equal to 2l by r in the expression of y. Now, y is an expression for the stationary wave. In the expression of the stationary wave, wherever we have lambda, we have to replace by 2l by r. Then on simplification, you get this as y is equal to 2a sine r times pi vt by l minus pi into cos r into pi minus pi x by l. Or it can also be written as 2a sine. This is given by sine of 180 minus theta. Sine of 180 minus theta is given by sine theta. So according to ASTC rule, sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta plus sine theta. Cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Whereas here, sine of theta minus 180, that can be written as, if I take minus outside, it becomes sine of 180 minus theta. This minus is outside. Sine of 180 minus theta is plus sine theta. And cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Therefore, this value of sine r into pi vt by l into minus pi is given by into cos r into pi minus pi x by l. Or this is given by 2a sine. Here this is r. This can be written as sine of theta minus 180. It becomes minus. So it becomes minus pi vt by l. And this can be written as cos. This is given by cos the 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. Minus cos theta is r pi x by l. Therefore, minus into minus is plus. This can be written as 2a sine r v pi t by l into cos r pi x by l. Therefore, this value of the displacement is given by pr, where pr is equal to 2a sine r pi vt by l into cos r pi x by l. So on replacing this term, we get the resultant displacement y is equal to 2a sine r pi vt by l into cos r pi x by l. Or that can also be written as pr sine r pi vt by l into cos r pi x by l. Now we use this expression to identify the position of the nodes and antinodes. Now for the first mode of vibration. For the first mode of vibration r is equal to 1. Then lambda is equal to 2l by r. R is 1. It is equal to 2l. Therefore lambda is equal to 2l. And the displacement is given by y1 is equal to 2a sine pi vt by l into cos pi x by l, where we have to replace r is equal to 1 in all this expression. Then this shows that y is minimum when x is equal to l by 2 and is maximum when x is equal to 0 or l. Thus, in the first mode of vibration, there is a node at the middle and antinodes are formed at the ends of the rod. So here you are observing, this is for the first mode of vibration. For the first mode of vibration, antinodes are formed at the ends and node is formed at the center. And node is formed at a distance x is equal to l by 2. And antinodes are formed at a distance x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L, which is the first mode of vibration. Similarly, for the second mode of vibration, R is equal to 2. Then lambda is equal to 2L by R. R is 2. That is equal to 2L by 2. That is equal to L. Therefore, lambda is equal to L. Then Y2 is equal to 2A sine 2 pi Vt by L. R is 2. 2 pi Vt by L into cos R is 2. 2 pi x by L. And in this case, Y2 is the maximum when x is equal to 0, L by 2 and L. And is minimum when x is equal to, this is given by x is equal to L by 4 and 3L by 4. And this is for the second mode of vibration. And here the antinodes are formed at a distance x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L by 2 and L. And nodes are formed at a distance x is equal to L by 4 and 3L by 4. These are the second mode of vibrations. For the third mode of vibration, lambda is equal to R is equal to 3. Lambda is equal to 2L by R. R is 3. That is equal to 2L by 3. Therefore, lambda is equal to 2L by 3. Therefore, the displacement of the particle is given by Y3 is equal to 2A sine. This is given by 3 pi Vt by L into cos 3 pi x by L. In this case, Y2 is maximum when x is equal to 0, L by 3, 2L by 3 and L. And nodes are formed when x is equal to L by 6, L by 2 and 5L by 6. Therefore, for the third mode of, this is the third mode of vibrations. These are the position of antinodes and these are the position of nodes. That you are observing there are 3 nodes which are formed at a distance L by 6 and L by 2 and 5L by 6. And antinodes are formed at distance x is equal to 0, L by 3, 2L by 3 and L. Then these are the position of the nodes and antinodes for the third mode of vibrations. Hence, the expression for the stationary wave is to identify the position of nodes and antinodes that are being formed in the case of a rod which is free at both ends and which is not supported at any end at any point of its contact. Thank you.